Hi, this is Paul Lynch from the Tank Miller channel in regards to my update on the British cruiser tank A34 Comet from Bronco, kit number 3CB35010SP. What I've done with this kit so far, it looks like the hole and the top and holes and lower hole is actually glued together. It's not. I actually got it so it still lifts off. The reason for that is I've still got some more details to put around the side that you can see, and I just wanted to give it a loose fit to make sure it all snuggled down together. It does, but I had to do a bit of sanding on the bottom, on this rear plate underneath, to say it's dropped down a fraction, about less than, say, a mil, less than half a millimetre I should say, just sanding slowly till I got it to sit down flat. So this top plate will actually sit down snugly, which it will do. So it does now, and that'll be glued in place later. What I've done is I've put all the wheels together. As you can see, the front idler wheels on this vehicle are actually made of plastic now. This is the updated version. The original kit came out in 2006, so now this is the updated version without the resin wheels at the front. Much better. Still got the same problem though. I believe there's no positive links between the two pieces. The same with all the road wheels. None of them. They're just a flat rub together. So if you get them out of line gluing them, you can be in trouble. So what I did is I used one of the actual suspension arms and actually used the back one here. It doesn't matter which one you use. And then what I did is got the first piece and dropped it into place. Got the second piece with a bit of glue on it, liquid glue, Tamiya liquid extra fine. Run a bead round it and then dropped it on place and made sure it was sitting snugly on the wheel. Make sure none gets on the axle. You don't want it glued in place. Then once it was pulled nice and tacky, I pulled it out, run a bit more glue around it, and then also put the cap on. And I did that same to every wheel, and it lined them up lovely. These definitely don't have no good connection pins, so you have to do the same. But this time you've got to make sure the hole that goes through the wheel on both ones line up so you can see straight through, and that's how I've done those. So these are all just sitting in situ, they're not actually glued. These are glued, the actual top rollers are actually in place glued. I'm okay with that because I've only got to paint by hand a little bit and spray the circle inside there. I think it'd be easy enough to do. I've got a bit of clean up on the side plate there, that's okay because I'm going to get round to that later. What else is it? The main thing I was trying to bring this update for is the actual brass handles. As you can see, I've got them all in place. You can see the different colour on top of the chassis, on top of the hull. A load of handles there, and then they're all done with brass now. 0.5 brass, there it is. I've used that using my tool, which is hidden up at the moment, for bending the handrails. I found out by using a divider what distance I needed to get to drill the holes in for the actual handle that I was going to fit. Once I've done that, I used this divider by pushing in the indentation into there to give me a starting point for my drill and drill them. In future I'll use a T-square sort of thing to get them lined up perfectly so I can mark where I want the holes as well, so I can drill up and slightly, because I got very fractionally out of line and it doesn't look too bad. And I think once the vehicle's been sprayed and painted you won't notice it at all. But anyway, but the handles still look better than what the actual flat bit of plastic, raised plastic looked. I also did them on the driver's hatches slightly more. I used 0.45 brass wire for that. I've got a little bit of that, not much, but I've got enough to do this, and so I've done both sides. The other side is better. This one, for some reason, when I got it lined up, I put a dab of super glue on the other side, and I never noticed that one edge had moved slightly in, and of course that gave a slight angle of it looking down from the top. But again, it could be a case of there's been damage to it. But anyway, I'm happy with it because at the end of the day, it still looks better than having a bit of solid plastic there for a handle. So, how far am I going to go now? I've got to now finish off the top hole, bits and pieces, before I permanently glue it in place. And that will be it really for this short update. The next time you should see this, I'm going to be working on the turret after I've done the top hole. But I can't go very far with the turret because the bit I'm waiting for to come is the canvas section at the front, and I think you can see it on the vehicle, on the box if I come down. If I raise this up slightly, excuse the movement of the knee. Let's move this movement. There you go. If I come up, there you go. There you go. So if you can see what I mean over there, this bit here is all open. There's no canvas on it, but there's the new resin bit that comes from Bronco that fits on there. Use a bit of sawing and cutting on the turret bottom bit to actually get it to fit perfectly, but I've sent for that and I'm hoping that's going to come soon, because then I'll be able to actually use it as it would be seen with the old dust cover all over the front of the vehicle. Anyway, so that's where I am so far. As you can see, this front bit plate is on there. You can see a gap because it isn't glued in place. It's just a test fit. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next update, hopefully when I've got the rest of the turret built as well, and I'll show you it before it actually goes into the paint shops to start the spraying process. Well, thank you very much again. See you next time. Bye.